Hi everyone, welcome to next edition of Digital Bytes. I'm Sundar. I'm going to talk about how programmatic advertising can help you with creating impactful campaigns. Before we go into how programmatic ads can help you scale up really well, let us understand what is programmatic advertising is all about. Just like Uber and Ola, how they help in efficient way of traveling. Similarly, programmatic advertising helps in efficient use of ad spaces through more automated way. Let us consider how the world was before the advent of programmatic advertising. A publisher used to display ads on the website, and whoever visits the website will be able to see the same ad multiple times without any personalization or targeting. And now what we can see is that as a user, everyone will be accessing social media, will be watching on YouTube, and then will be getting app notifications, and will be chatting with friends at the same time. Will be watching TV and will be engaged in multiple activities, and we'll also be visiting multiple websites, browse through, read through lots of content, and we check references and we do lots of stuff. Being a multi-connected, multi-platform, indulged user behavior, it is very difficult for us to use the same approach how it was earlier. So this is when programmatic advertising comes into help. Before we get into nitty-gritties of programmatic advertising, let us understand the key terminologies which everyone has to be accustomed to. First is ad server. Ad server is nothing but a technology tool which helps us in hosting the ads on a particular server. The next is ad exchange. An ad exchange is nothing but an online auction-driven marketplace where the ad impressions are bought and sold on a per impression basis. RTB is nothing but a real-time bidding. Through this service, we'll be able to purchase advertising inventory on per impression basis in real time through public auctions. The next is SSP. SSP is nothing but supply chain platform. This is a technology platform through which the publishers will be able to manage and sell their advertising inventories on multiple ad exchanges and networks on a real-time basis. The next is DSP. DSP is nothing but demand side platform. Demand side platform is an online tool which actually automates on behalf of the advertiser and purchases ad inventories from multiple ad exchanges and networks and other inventory sources which are connected with. The next is DMP. DMP is nothing but data management platform. With the help of data management platform, we will be able to collect and manage user data, which will be helpful for us to make and manage digital advertising campaigns. Now coming to an interesting segment of the talk. So let us understand what is the process of media buying happens in the programmatic world. First, let us consider a user, for example, X visits a particular website. Immediately the website will be able to capture the impression of that user, and then it informs to the ad server, that is supply side platform's ad server. Then this ad server will in turn share the details about the impression to the ad exchanges. In turn, now the ad exchanges collects and have all the data about the user. Now this will be transmitted to all the DSPs available, whichever has been connected with. Now the DSPs will go and check each and every advertising campaign and try to understand which campaign and what is the target segment and whether it is matching with the user profile who has visited or not, and what is the bids. So each and every campaign will be checked, and whatever is the highest winning campaign will be those details will be passed on to the DSP. All the DSPs will be sharing all the winning bids to the ad exchanges. Then ad exchanges will pick the highest winner from all the DSP information, and then those advertiser will be able to share ads on the publisher network, and then the ads will be shown to the particular user. So let us understand how ad inventories can be bought. There are 4 major ways through which ad inventory can be purchased. So the first one is open auction, second one is private auction, third one is preferred deal, and fourth one is guaranteed deal. Now let us talk about open auction. In this auction, hundreds of advertisers will be bidding for each and every inventory available. Here the impressions are bought in real time based on the CPM which has been set by all the advertisers, and whoever competes with the other advertisers and having the highest CPM will be winning the bid. And one thing what we have to understand about this open auction is whatever inventories which has been left out of other preferred or private or guaranteed deal is what been let out. The quality of the impressions may not be as good as how it is from the other deals which we purchase. The next one is private auction. Private auction is nothing but exclusive invite only, very selected few advertisers are allowed to participate in auction, and this inventory is not available for all others, and we don't have a guaranteed fixed inventory available in this case. And whatever advertising inventory is available in this case will be on a pre-negotiated pricing model. Next is preferred deal. Preferred deal is nothing but fixed price one-to-one auction model where an advertiser will be able to purchase inventory from a particular publisher, and we'll be able to even on top of it add a layer of targeting options whatever is available on the DSP. In this way, we'll be able to use the quality impressions at the same time more targeted approach. And this is why like many of the performance advertising campaigns actually utilize this type of buying inventory method. The final one is guaranteed deal. Through guaranteed deal or a programmatic guaranteed deal, we will be assured of a particular volume of inventory at a pre-negotiated fixed price which has been discussed one-to-one between the advertiser and the publisher. The advantage of PG deal is that we will definitely be promised of whatever inventory volume has been negotiated earlier, unlike other ones where volume is not guaranteed. Now let us look at it one by one. Let us talk about improved tracking capabilities. With the help of advanced post-click and post-view attribution, we'll be able to understand which inventory, which publisher, and what targeting is helping us get the maximum traction out of the advertising dollar spends. In this way, we'll be able to allocate and manage the campaigns effectively. Next is improved targeting capabilities. With the help of powerful host of features available on programmatic advertising, we'll be able to use customer match, lookalike audiences, and purchasing third-party audiences, use Google's own audiences such as in-market audiences, affinity, etc. on GMP, and we'll be able to use our own first-party audiences, etc. In this way, we'll be able to customize and try multiple options and see which one works the best. One of the major reasons why various advertisers use programmatic advertising is because they can utilize the artificial intelligence in the best possible way. So what happens here is, the programmatic advertising will be able to match the market dynamics as and when it changes. For example, if a cost goes up and our goal is to reduce the cost per acquisition, then it will try to lower the bids and try to target other various options or other websites whatever is available at the best possible way and try to reduce the cost per acquisition. The next biggest advantage is more data and insights. For any advertiser for that matter, without data we won't be able to run any campaigns at an efficient and effective scale. Now let us see how we can deliver an impactful campaign with the help of programmatic advertising. For example, they created tons and tons of videos tailor-made for each and every users. Those who are using iPhone 6 were prompted to use iPhone 7. So based on what likelihood of they are upgrading and what their interests are, so all the communications were tailor-made, and that is how they were able to crack the market. The end result of this campaign resulted in 128% higher CTR than the generic video. Next is using the advantage of audience profiling. For example, you can seed the audience on DV360, a platform like DV360, and understand what is the profile of all the users, what is the age group, what is the gender, which regions they are mostly present in, and what are the interests, etc. With this tons of data, you will be able to create a customized campaign and deliver a really impactful ROI-driven results for our brands. Creating a ROI-driven campaign. So with the help of Google's GMP, we'll be able to upload the customer match, try to understand what is the profile of the audiences by seeding it to the platform, and understand what is the age group, what is the gender, which location they are from, what are the interests, what are the in-market looking for, and various other insights. With tons and tons of data available and insights derived from it, we'll be able to create a meaningful and customized digital marketing strategy and create a ROI-driven campaign. Digital marketing is not all about only for online brands. Even offline brands derive great results out of it. For example, a home furnishing company based out of UK called SES was able to take advantage of programmatic advertising campaign, and they were able to increase the footfalls to their retail store. So let us see how it happened. They created a data pool who are most likely to visit on a particular time frame. And with this, they customized with various product offers, location-based ads, and they use GPS to deliver ads based on where they're located, when they're about to go to the store, etc. And they were able to see increased in footfalls to the store. Now let us see how Practo leverage DCM and DV360 together. The objective of the campaign are three. First one is launching high impact branding campaign for Delhi NCR region. Second is accurately measure post view and post click activities since it is a video based campaign. Third is consolidate media buying and save advertising dollars with the help of DCM's audience overlap report. So with what kind of solutions we were able to provide is created and integrated multiple flooded activity tags to track post click and post view website visits, app installs, transactions on the website, etc. With the help of DCM, we were able to create click and impression trackers for every site, every section of the site where we were planning to run ads for. Next is targeted multiple valuable audience segments such as affinity and in-market on YouTube with the help of insights from the Google Analytics. Strategically segregated insertion orders with respect to iOS, Android, web to measure the impact individually, and campaign was optimized in real time. The end result of the campaign, we were able to get like less than 2% overlap across YouTube and OTT such as Hotstar, Woot and ZEE5. We were able to measure like 10 plus floodlit activities and optimize the campaign on real-time basis. We noticed that about 85% of the floodlit activities came from YouTube and others from some of the OTTs. So whatever OTT was not working, we started shifting budgets from that to YouTube, and in this we were able to get like the better traction. That's all, folks. I hope like you enjoyed the video and understood like how programmatic advertising works, what it is and what we can do with that. And if you have further questions, please comment below. Thank you for watching this video and have a great day. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.
Hey guys,
We're the team behind Digital Bytes. We hope you found these videos informative.
If you have any suggestions or topics that you want us to cover,
please comment below.
Don't forget to hit subscribe.
Thank you.